Welcome back, my computer duders! It will not surprise you to learn that I made a retarded mistake last time. It may surprise you to learn which mistake, however. Because... it turns out you can... Yeah, I think you can heal in this game. And the reason I wasn't getting very far is because I was never healing. I was making it through 2 or 3 levels without using... Like, you can't just fucking grab health items like in any other game. You have to specifically, like, hit, I think, up on the D-pad or down the D-pad direction. So I'm running out to get more RAM tomorrow. This thing's only got 8 gigabytes of RAM. My secondary rig will just have to live with 8 because the motherboard is fucked up and doesn't recognize 2 sticks. I blame you for that. You had something to do with this. Don't you deny it. I'll have to get out the sexy interrogation gear. You don't want me to put on the Goofy costume. Nothing good happens after that. Well, good for me. Some say that there are prisoners at Gitmo who still live in fear of Goofy time. Those people are all me, but it's still true. It's the truest fucking shit you ever heard. There was a gamepad back in the day. I keep saying back in the day. God damn it, I'm old. I need to stop tacitly confronting myself with my own mortality. But yeah, there was a gamepad where the whole left thumbstick was just a big sphere. It's a 3D control pad, and it featured baked-in support in Descent. I guess you could use your thumb, but you could also just grab the whole thing with your left hand, or like 3 of your fingers, and twist it around, and it was like a full 6 degrees of freedom sphere, similar to like the modern Space Mouse. If you've never tried a Space Mouse, oh my god. It should be illegal to use Google Earth without a Space Mouse. Or Space Navigator, whatever. It's so tasty. Like, having used that in Google Earth, a Space Navigator Pro, and then having used it in Multiwinia and RTS, using a mouse and keyboard just feels like caveman bullshit. It feels so good and smooth and natural. You can zoom... Once you get used to it, you can zoom the fuck around with 0 effort, doing really complicated, procedures that you would have to think about a lot more if you were using a mouse and keyboard. It's kind of a shame it never caught on. It's kind of like how... Remember how zip disk was going to replace floppies, and then solid state memory plummeted in price and was like, hey, guess what? Everything's going to be fucking solid state. Now you're going to have MP3 players, and nobody's going to have probably there's not going to be even physical storage soon. And there's some things you need it for, but the rest of the shit can just be on the cloud. I mean, it's just somebody else's computer, but for convenience sake. Okay, let's try healing. Yep, healing works. And because I didn't know about this before, I paid the ultimate price. $49.95. The ultimate price. Why do they do that? They like leave off a nickel so that it sounds a lot like... So it doesn't... the first number isn't a 5, it's a 4. Or like, just to bring the first number down a little bit to create the psychological effect that you're paying less. That's fucking shady as shit. Why should I trust you if you're trying to trick me into buying your shit? Like, right off the bat, that's a red flag that you're not on the up and up. I will pay the full 50, sir. You're not going to bamboozle me. That's right. I'm a wary consumer. Rapidly riot laser? Yeah. That was not what I meant to do. I have to fucking get used to this again. What's the difference between rapid laser and riot laser? Is that a laser? Can that really be called a laser? Oh wow, okay. Then rapid laser is just a better version of riot laser. Why the fuck would I want to carry or use both? Oh, I see. Okay. It shoots faster, but the individual shots are weaker. So it's either down or it's one of the direct. I think it's down on the D-pad heals me. If I had known that, I would have gotten much further in the first 3 videos. Oh, hang on. Should probably be timing this. This one's gonna go on a little long because I didn't set the timer. I don't need to justify myself to you. It's the way I like to live my life. And I think that everything's gonna be just fine. Turns out that's not a valid defense in court. Sir, were you aware that homicide is a crime? That's the way I like to live my life. And I think that everything's gonna be just fine. Actually, it's not gonna be just fine. We're sentencing you to death. Do you understand? Are you mentally fit to stand? That's the way I like to live my life, sir. And I think that everything's gonna be just fine. Whatever, fry 'em. It's Texas. In Texas, they'll fry retards, so. Which sounds like a country fair snack. What won't they fry, man? That's what the world is clamoring to find out. I'm part of the world. That counts. Uh-oh. Combines, don't shoot your lasers. What's this? Nana. Oh, for healing. This is going to become substantially easier now. Okay. Nobody needs autocannon. Should I switch to riot laser? Is riot laser in fact better? Have I bamboozled myself? I've done that before. In fact, when I was like 17, I could bamboozle myself 7 or 8 times a day before I passed out from dehydration. I went on a spirit quest to meet my fucking vision quest to meet my spirit animal. I fucked it up already. I'm not gonna see it through. Okay, down on the D-pad begins the healing process. But it's not instantaneous, which is good, otherwise it would be... Oh fuck, this guy's got a lot of firepower. Who else needs to be refuculated? It's so easy in this modern day and age to become unfuculated without even realizing it. They don't even know. Lucky for them, there's the refuculator. Did that fucking unlock? Did it? It did. It unlocked the chest. What's in here? Better be some good loot. This is basically a roguelike, I realized. That's what was confusing me earlier. That's why there's permadeath. This is like NetHack, but as a Descent game, which is kind of a killer concept. I would have been able to appreciate it more fully if I understood that's what I was getting into. I just blind bought it because I like Descent. And I expected something like Descent, separated into levels, into a linear narrative. Well, not a narrative, but, a linear game, and that's not what I got. It's not even close to what I got. Scout engine better? Assault engine's OP. I'm gonna keep that one. I just can't ram anybody or it's gonna damage me. What did that get me? I like the pixelated. This is so fucking relaxing. Can you believe it? Habib it, Twinkie House. Just the ambient bleepity bloopity music, like cell phones fucking, but soft fucking, like by a big roaring fireplace on like a bearskin rug. Burber. Makes you want some techno ASMR, is that it? Where pretty girls whisper in your ear and you close your eyes and try and pretend that you're not a forever alone NEET. That's what ASMR is, right? I haven't misunderstood. I wonder if there's farting ASMR, because I know there's fart fetishists, because like every other mature adult, me and my buddy will constantly send each other fucked up, depraved stuff, but we'll disguise the link and be like, hey, check out this video game, and it's like a Brazilian woman farting on a birthday cake. Cake farts, that's a real thing. That's a symptom of late stage capitalism that the whole family can enjoy. What would that be like, though? Because ASMR has to be soft. It would be like only soft farts. The ones that are almost silent. Those are always the nastiest ones, though. There's probably some scientific reason for that, but I don't want to meet the guys who research it. I imagine they all have those creepy, thin mustaches. And they follow really close behind you, trying to get a whiff, just in case. Like, oh, egg salad. Oh, and they start sweating. It's probably a bad sign that just being in VR feels good now, huh? Like, just doing anything in VR. I think that's what's going to drive a lot of... I think fucking Mark Zuckerberg, the shape-shifting reptilian who runs Facebook, just in case you didn't know, he's a reptilian from science and space. He figured out, VR's, if you can make VR really comfortable, a lot of people, once they get their finances in order so they can pay for it, they'll just never leave. They'll turn into gross blobs and then die in VR. There's already people playing like 10-year-old, 20-year-old Korean MMOs in net cafes who just get so addicted to that they die after gaming like 72 hours non-stop. Probably also the diet of shitty instant ramen doesn't do their blood pressure any favors. That reminds me, I've got to file a patent. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. Probably I can't legally, so it's not a big deal. I had an idea for a StarCraft arcade machine. It's where instead of playing against AI, there's an actual live Korean child inside. And to play, you insert a quarter and a brick of ramen to keep the kid alive. It would be like any other arcade machine, except you have to hook up, instead of just electricity, you got to hook it up to like water and the air conditioning system too. That would give you like the authentic experience in a classic arcade cab format. What the fuck is this? Did I get the drive part? Can't tell. I wasn't paying attention. I'm never paying attention. That will forever be my downfall. Okay, I did it. I did the thing. I didn't even pay attention to what perk I got. Whatever, I don't fucking care. Can you believe Undertale's not on Switch? Undertale's not on Switch. The HD DuckTales remake is not on Switch. The HD remakes of the Disney Afternoon games. all the shit you would expect to be on Switch. There's fucking nothing. There's so little shit on Switch, and so much of what is on there is shit I've never heard of and don't care about. How'd this happen? Look at all the good shit that was on the Wii U eShop. The Wii U of all fucking places. The dumpster fire of video game consoles. The gas station toilet of video game consoles. Still got more good... Well, then again, it's post-mortem, so all the shit that's going to come out for it already has. I guess the Switch is relatively new. I would expect A Hat in Time is also not on there. Can you believe that? I can't. How can A Hat in Time not be on Switch? You can't see me right now, but I'm making my outraged face. You would recoil in terror. It's not really scary, it's just like, the fuck is wrong with that guy? Is he having a seizure? I am. It's necessary to register displeasure for me to have a seizure. It's worth it, though. I wish for the world to know of my anger. Even if that means a trip to the emergency room. If you have seizures or epileptic fits and you're offended by that, just hang on. Keep watching. There's going to be a sequence of flashing lights in a minute. I'll fix you right up. You won't be angry anymore. It'll be nice, sedate, drooly, happy times. Do I marksman? Oh, that's the railgun. I don't need this, I don't think. This one's just inferior in every way to the assault. What is this, a hull? Is this a hull or an engine? It's a standard hull. I don't fucking need it. Keeps giving me shit that I already had when I started the game. It's like how every Pokemon you catch for the first like hour of Pokemon is a Rattata or a Pidgey. So you send them all back to Professor Oak if you're playing Pokemon Go, and he's like, "Oh, I'll give them a good home. I'll send them to romp around on a farm somewhere," and you hear the sound of like a meat shredder in the background. What's that, Professor Oak? Oh, I'm just making sausages. You know how I love to make my sausages. I feed them to the Pokemons. I bet he does too. That's recycling. That's efficient. I'm honestly dreading the next generation of heads. I almost pulled the trigger on a Samsung Odyssey. It's one of the Windows mixed reality headsets just because I wanted a portable HMD to use with my new laptop. Until I read that it doesn't have Steam VR support yet somehow. Even fucking OS VR has Steam VR support. But yeah, no Steam VR support, so it's basically limited to what's on the Windows Marketplace. The Windows VR Marketplace, which is like a sub-market within a sub-market. AKA fucking nothing, except maybe Minecraft, I think. I'm glad I didn't do that. It's a high-quality headset. It's probably the best. Most of them are actually inferior to the Rift and the Vive because they use LCD displays and they have a field of view of only 90 to 95 instead of 110. They're cheaper by like, they were cheaper by half. They're cheaper by like $100 now, and they have inside-out tracking, but that's the only thing to be said for them. The Odyssey has OLED displays and the same field of view as the Rift and Vive, but better resolution. So it's actually a step up, and it has the inside-out tracking. It just doesn't work with anything except for the Windows. They're doing the thing they always do. They're showing up late to the party. Like, hey guys, I heard you like VR. We're doing VR. We're hip. We're young, fellow kids. Like when they released the Zune. and the Windows Phone and everything, basically everything they've ever done has been like a fellow kid's product. There's an old man dressed up like it's like a teenager saying, "Look, I'm one of you. What do you think about this hip new generation we're a part of, lads? Boy, I sure do love graphing, or whatever the fuck kids your age are into. I mean my age. Yeah, graphing systems of linear inequalities. It's all the rage. It's dope, as you might say." I knew a guy with a Zune. He was always defending it. Like, you can tell who the people who have something where they know they chose wrong, but they spent a lot of money on it. Because they try to extol its virtues to you, and if you don't go along with it, they get all butthurt at you. I was like that with the Jaguar, though. The fucking Jaguar. Think about what hell that was. Is that an improvement? It is an improvement. Now that I know how to heal, I can actually get a useful distance into the game. Let me in. Let me in! Ah, let me in! Can't open that. Yeah, farting ASMR. Probably there's a channel for that already. It's just like... And then some chick with a soft voice. All like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I had those new rolled chicken tacos at Taco Bell. They just didn't agree with me. I hope my booty pooties aren't too smelly for you. None of you better be getting hard. None of you get hard from that. I don't want to be part of that, of your fucking fart boners. You gotta promise me. Shit. Whatever that is, it's really powerful. It's also slow moving, so I have no excuse. Ah, ah, ah! Oh, because the fucking missiles. Okay. Good thing I have a lot of health packs. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can see the number now. Now I actually have an idea of what I'm doing. How about that? It's like a Metroid kind of, where you gather all the glowy shit that enemies had inside them, like knocking candy out of a piñata. Which does not happen when you kill a man. Only blood comes out. Blood and shame. And confusion. And a wallet, but that's not the main thing. This is chill. I can see myself playing this for like IRL days at a time. Now that I actually understand what I'm doing. What am I? Where? What? What do you want from me? Is there a door here I'm supposed to open? Hold on. I've been through here. This map is awesome. Okay, that opens now. That did not open before. I'm not crazy, am I? I mean, I just simulated farting ASMR, but that's explicable within the confines of conventional mental health. I do things for reasons. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. The reptilian shapeshifters. They're the crazy ones. They're sexy, multi-pronged lizard penises. Do lizards have multi... I'm gonna say they do. If not, why even live? They look really confident all the time. Is there health? I want health. I burned through my health packs. Oh, fuck. What was that? Here we go. I forgot about those. Don't you forget about me. Don't worry, whoever the fuck you are. I won't forget about you. How'd you get in here? Okay, I gotta fucking fuck him up first. Because I don't have any health packs. Did I get the engine piece? There it is. Yeah! We did it together. We did it as a team. With the power of friendship. Ooh. That's cool. They're not really upgrades, though, because a lot of them have a downside, and they work against each other, so that you can't stack them. You have to work in a particular direction. Like, you have to decide what you want your ship to be really good at, and if it's going to be good at that, it has to be weak at a bunch of other stuff. Which I guess is good, but then there's no real sense of progression. You have to choose a path. You can't just get all around better than you were. That was cool. See, I had 0 missiles, but then I was able to regenerate one. Redacted. What is this, an SCP entry? This is cozy. Sorry this is boring to watch. I'm not sorry. I don't know why I lied. It should be more interesting now that I understand how to heal, so I can get much further. You know, if I paid attention to anything, I could get much further in life. I basically have everything I want and need at the moment, though. Which is kind of a hollow feeling, because it's like in Minecraft when you build your fucking fortress and you're like, okay, now what? What did I do all that for? Chaotic laser. Is that good? Is that good or is that bad? Okay, that's bad. That's really fucking shitty. I want to say... probably that's super powerful. It's good to have a mixture of different weapon types, too. He pulled out of his ass. I need health packs. Where the fuck are the health packs? God, I feel so crazy that VR is officially a thing now. And it's not like on tentative, shaky ground. It's like, it's here. It's a thing. We're just waiting for more people to get it. There's actual content and there's good content. It's not all like demos you download that are made in Unity and you click a fucking bare ass executable, not knowing what the hell, and then putting on the headset, and then it's actually a real platform. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, what do I get excited for now? Besides, well, a base on Mars is the obvious one, but that's, I dare not hope for that because I don't want to be disappointed. Okay, this is really powerful. This causes a lot of damage. You can be precise. It's almost like a railgun. What'd I get? Cruel Shredder. I like the sound of that. Oh, it's the shotgun. Oh, fuck, yeah. I'm going to keep the other one, though, too, because in situations where I want to be able to do sharpshooting. But then again, once I get the railgun again, then there's no point to keeping the cannon version of it, except that it uses different ammunition, so they won't compete for ammo. That is so awesome. Just the stopping power. Oh, fuck! Shit! Where are the health packs? Where are the health packs at? I'm so far beyond caring that that's not correct grammar right now. Something I never thought I would hear myself say. Also, the farting ASMR is something I never thought I'd hear myself say. Anything can happen on this channel. Anything can happen at Zombicon. Yes, finally! You can see how I was confused when I started playing this game. Everything was just abstract polygons. Nothing about that little Pepsi can suggests that it's a health pack. Oh shit, they're Allah Akbars. Like those guys from Shadow Warrior who run at you with a box of TNT above their head and then their ghost comes out and attacks you. I'm not really clear on how a ghost can physically harm somebody, but I'm not a fucking ghostologist yet. I've been taking night classes. I'm gonna get my degree in a year. The ghost industry has never been more booming. Man, the combat's really good once you figure shit out. It feels a lot like Aquanox, which is high praise. Aquanox was the 6 Degrees of Freedom FPS, basically, before Shattered Horizon. Oh, Shattered Horizon would be amazing in VR, too. Probably a lot of people would puke. Probably we can't have it. We can't have nice things because some people are pussies. But yeah, it played basically like a fucking Quake game, but you could there was effectively no gravity. I'm not talking about Shattered Horizon. Well, I am. But this whole subgenre of basically a combat arena FPS, but you're not confined by gravity. We need more of that. It's really fun. There was actually a mod for Quake 3 that added a similar gameplay mode where you're all underwater and you have, except that you move faster and you compete for oxygen. There's like limited oxygen canisters you also all have to fight over. And it wasn't the fact that it was underwater, although I'm a huge sea nerd. It was more that you could move anywhere. And it created this whole extra layer of strategy to it. Which you're seeing right now. It's a good idea. It's not the easiest thing to implement correctly because you have to decide how you're going to handle rolling. And this game does not do a great job of that. And it's also not easy to reconfigure the controls. I'm going to leave these little mining bros alone. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Let's see. I don't need this. I'm going to get rid of it over here. No. 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 What is this? I don't need grenades at all. I never will. What was the other one? What was this? Weak Shredder. Why would I want Weak Shredder? He lost to the Ninja Turtles every week. They're just a bunch of teenagers who took some martial arts classes. Who give their wicked turtle penises to a depraved television news reporter. Do I have to blow them up? I'm gonna try it. Just to see if it unlocks the crate. It does unlock the... Why do I have to hurt those little harmless dudes? I don't want to hurt somebody who's not attacking me. I'll keep that. I'm going to get rid of the crude grenade, though. I can't imagine myself ever wanting a grenade in this game. Man, shotgun and flamethrower combo would be brutal, except you have no choice but to engage at a close range. And a lot of these enemies are not really possible to engage at a close range. Is that an energy shield? That better not be. Fuck, it's shooting at me. They shooting. They shooting. They shooting. Ah, they shooting. Ah, they shooting. They shooting. They shooting. Later. Smell you later. Way past cool. Let's see what time it is. All right, yeah, I'm way over time. That's it for this episode. Hope it's been more interesting to watch now that I actually have a competent adult's understanding of how you're supposed to play the game, which always helps. Well, sometimes helps. I intend to continue to penetrate further into the meaty folds of this game and see what lies ahead. So stay tuned for that. Or, I guess go watch Vinesauce. Honestly, I would suggest it. He's doing some GameCube corruptions right now, and he's playing Diddy Kong Racing. Remember Diddy Kong Racing? I can't compete with that. Just go watch Vinesauce.